It's evening, it's fall. I am just taking a walk in the garden and I want to show you some things that are good enough right now. Oh gosh. I mean, thing is, it just makes me so happy. There's a lot that looks really, really rough, but there's also a lot of color and a lot of harvest, and it just really doesn't need to be perfect to be awesome. So let me show you some good enough things. Pansies, absolutely freaking wonderful. Nothing wrong with them. I mean, they've got a little ways to go to put on growth, but I got so many colors. They make me so happy. But I mean, this whole pile of plants, and of course the peeling paint, and a kitty, and the dead vines. Yeah, overall, the picture's not great. But I've got pansies planted, and they're gonna fill in, and sweet kale, and it's gonna look good in a couple weeks. This pineapple sage is super cool, very big. I think it's like maybe 5 feet tall, finally blooming. Haven't seen any hummingbirds come around, but love it. The Queen Lime Blush zinnias are in the beautiful flower, super ugly foliage covered in powdery mildew. So yeah, that's definitely, I might even beyond. That might even be beyond good enough. I had planted some nasturtiums, and they have not come up, but some of them are just gigantic and loving life. And look at these flowers. They're wonderful. Let me see how they taste. I like them. I really do. They're good. I'll wash it down with some tea though. This nasturtium plant is just gigantic, and then it's next to this giant tulsi, which I have been cutting back and back and back, but it's just spilling over the raised bed. So I'm gonna have a huge tulsi harvest if I can even find time and figure out how to dry all that. This parsley is also going crazy. This whole bed is really happy. Got turnips, lettuce, watermelons down here. Really watching those, but I'm worried a little critter's gonna come eat them overnight. The beans are still producing so well. These are called Eureka. I harvested a bunch this morning. Here's an excellent, good enough situation. I mean, again, more tulsi that is just so prolific, smells amazing. And then we've got the most gorgeous dahlia. I love this color. But the poor plant has like fallen over. Got some tall stems, but mostly, oh my God, I love you. Mostly it's kind of a tangled mess. Oh well, still getting some blooms. Not with very long stems though. So I've got arch trellises, tomatoes growing up that side, and then green beans growing up this side, tomatoes here, and then the Jack B. Little squash really didn't do too well over there. So we've got a hole. But I've got peas planted on that trellis, so perhaps we'll have something fill in. We'll see. I mean, 3 out of 4 arches ain't bad. The Peach Screamer Nicotiana. And well, you know what? This one doesn't look that bad. Sometimes they're covered in thrips, but this one isn't that bad at all. That's good enough. It's kind of asymmetrical. It's got some curled petals, but it's 100% good enough. Of course, my peeling paint foundation is a project I would really like to tackle this winter, and I'm also gonna move these irises because they, on the good side, have been growing very prolifically the past 3 years. On the bad side, I think there are just way too many in there, and it makes for a boring bed, so I'm gonna dig those up and move them somewhere else, and maybe while it's out, I'll paint the foundation. Look forward to that project. Got a very good enough situation here. Pretty little dahlia with bugs. Sweet little asters volunteering right next to the HVAC. I mean, that's real life. Okay, last thing is these sunrise bumblebee tomatoes, and really I think they're perfect. I have one plant. It's the middle of October. It's still producing like crazy. They're delicious. They're kind of a mild flavor. I feel like they're really refreshing. They're not too sweet, not too acidic. Yeah, I don't know, just like some people think they're bland, but no, I feel like they're just like neutral, refreshing. Hope you're enjoying some good enough aspects of an October garden and thinking about what you want to do different or the same next year. Ready to take a little break maybe. I just hope it helps you to be reminded that most people's gardens are not perfect and they have lots of dead plants, insects, weeds, infrastructure issues, etc. It's still amazing. It's still fun. So don't worry about perfection. Just get out there and plant.